Hey everyone, it's Neil Patel, and today's another day of SEO Unlocked. Today we're going to be breaking down how you can build relationships with influencers and do outreach so that way you can get more links. But before we get started, I want to read this quote from Dwayne Johnson, also known as The Rock. Success isn't always about greatness. It's about consistency. Consistent hard work leads to success. Greatness will come. And he's right. If you're consistent, you can do well in the long run. With link building, it's all about outreach. If you do consistent outreach, you can get results. If you don't, you're going to say, hey, Neil, link building's hard. I tried it out a little bit, but I'm not getting anywhere. It's because you weren't consistent. The first step is to build relationships, because if you build relationships and everlasting ones, you can continue to engage with these people. You can have them share your content on the social web. You can have them build links. You can have them drive traffic. You can even do biz dev partnerships. The key to building that relationship is to engage with them through comments, retweeting their stuff, sharing their stuff, talking to them, giving them advice, giving them feedback, picking their brain, just like you would do with any other friend. What I want you to do is go out there and go find 20 influencers in your space. You can search for any keyword on these social networks, find people, engage with them within the comments. That'll be your first step on building amazing relationships that last. Next, whenever you write content on your site, you got to promote it. Promoting it will get you links, get you social shares, and help you build an audience. The ideal time to release a blog post usually is around Monday, around 8 a.m. in your time zone. I'm assuming here that your time zone is when your readers are also on your website. So for me, most of my readers are on Pacific Standard Time or Eastern Standard Time. So I try to aim for around 8 a.m. For some of my other blogs, like my Portuguese blog, right, we'll post around 8 a.m. in Brazil time because most of our readers are from Brazil. So you want to adjust to wherever your readers are. As for writing your blog posts, you also want to email it out. We found that emails around 6 a.m., you can always schedule them, tend to do really well in the morning. And you want to send out at least 4 emails a month. This will help you build a connection with your base. And also when you send out emails for link building, if you do them early, for all the people that you link to, what you'll find is they're much more likely to see it, because right when they go to work, it's one of the first things in their inbox. And whenever you promote your content, if you're not sure what to email your own list, you can just use my template on the right. I just tell them I want to share my latest blog post. I put the title and I tell them they can click to continue reading, or you can write something custom. If you're wondering how to find influencers, you just go to the social platforms like Twitter, you search your keywords, see who's tweeting around those subjects, and then you go from there. You can also find their email address by usually going to their website, and a lot of times it'll be listed. Sometimes it's not. If it's a generic email, you can go to their privacy policy, see what their terms. You don't want to be breaching or screwing up any privacy policies. Think about things like GDPR as well. But you can also go on Google, type in the @ symbol, their domain name, and then their name, and see if you can end up finding results from there, because you'll need this to do outreach using programs like Mailshake, which is what I use. So you get the data from Ubersuggest for link opportunities, and then you send them emails through Mailshake. And once you sign up, the way it works is you go and you create a campaign, you click on that button. Once you click a campaign button, you click the plus button, so that way you can start your first campaign. And they have templates as well, but what you can do is you can create a CSV file with all the emails and the names of all the people that you collected, and you just click next after you define the fields. You say email's email and name is name. And then what you'll want to do is you can either use one of their templates, or you can write one on your own, or use some of the ones that I use. And you want to end up just sending out an email, and what Mailshake does is it adjusts it to a lot of those people. Now I know Mailshake is mainly known as a sales tool, but link building and outreach is kind of a version of sales. And when you send it out over time, you'll get some responses. A lot of people will ignore you. And Mailshake has a lot of features like, if someone replies, you can send them this or do that, or you can take it over. You can there's a lot of logic there that you can end up using, and you can just follow up with people, so that way you get more chances of them responding to you, engaging with you, so that way you can build links. So of course, what you want to do is before you send out the emails, check it in preview mode, make sure you don't miss anything. And some general tips for you is you want to make sure your outreach list is relevant, because if it's not, it won't work. You want a persuasive email sequence because if it's not persuasive, you won't do well. You want to get the timing right. I mentioned timing to you. That'll give you ideas of when you want to send them. You want to personalize because the more custom and personalized it is, the more genuine relationships you'll build and the more acceptance rate you'll get. And instead of just sending out a lot of emails, whenever you send out some, I want you to look at your initial emails, your follow-up, your open rates, and continually adjust and tweak them. So that way, you know you're getting the maximum amount of leverage from your list, because the last thing you want to do is send out tons of emails and get nowhere from it. So some tools that you could use is Mailshake, Ninja Outreach, BuzzStream, Pitchbox. Any of them work. I use Mailshake, but it's up to you. Once you get up and running, you're sending out your emails to build links. You want to maintain your velocity. That's the key. So if your goal is you're trying to build a few links a week, continually build a few links a week and ramp that up over time. But the last thing you want to do is build 100 links all at once and then just drop off at the face of the earth, because that shows the search engines that there's something wrong. Slow and steady really does win the race with link building. And if you do that, you'll win in the long run. Now I want you to head over to nielpatel.com/training, click on SEO Unlocked, go to Module 5, Lesson 3, and I want you to first start off by signing up for Mailshake or any outreach provider. Then I want you to upload the outreach templates that I provided you, and then I want you to send out at least 50 emails a week. If you do this consistently for at least 3 months, you'll do well. This will help you get loved by Google.